In 1968, the CIA installed Saddam Hussein as the leader of the Ba'ath Party in Iraq. In 1979, he became president of Iraq. In the early 1980s, the CIA organized and funded Osama bin Laden to fight the former Soviet Union in Afghanistan. The Mujahideen that Osama bin Laden commanded later became the Taliban. In 1997, the Project for the New American Century, PNAC, was formed in the United States. This was a neoconservative think tank that wanted to control the Caspian Basin, the Caspian Sea area, which is plugged full of oil and gas. So they needed to stage a false flag operation to distract the citizens. 6 weeks before 9/11, Larry Silverstein bought the World Trade Center complex for $900 million. But it would cost $1.3 billion to remove the asbestos from the buildings. Larry Silverstein immediately insured the World Trade Center against a terrorist attack. And on the 10th of September 2001, the day before 9/11, Donald Rumsfeld announced that $2.3 trillion was missing from the Pentagon budget. It has never been mentioned again by the corporate-controlled media. Then, of course, the next day was 9/11. When the North and South Towers collapsed into their own footprints in clouds of mushrooming dust. 6 hours later, another World Trade Building, number 7, collapsed in its own footprint in the same manner. Building number 7 contained the offices of the FBI, part of the CIA, Mayor Giuliani's office, the Enron files, and the offices of the Emergency Response Team. The exact points on the Twin Towers where the jets hit housed certain financial institutions that were involved in gold and securities and the destabilization of the former Soviet Union. An inquiry into this scenario was not initiated for 443 days, and in the meantime, all the steel, some of it molten, was shipped out to China to be recycled. Hundreds of the rescue workers, or 100 anyway at least, at 9/11 have died, and over 1,000 of them have various sicknesses from inhaling the toxic dust. The 9/11 Commission inquiry was a complete sham. George W. Bush and Dick Cheney wouldn't appear at the inquiry unless they were not under oath, and no notes were to be taken. The Patriot Act was passed soon after 9/11, which rolled back people's constitutional rights, and the Department of Home Security was formed. Afghanistan was then attacked, then Iraq, and Iran has always been on the agenda, but hasn't happened yet. Osama bin Laden has never been charged with anything regarding 9/11, because there is no evidence to implicate him. The corporate-controlled media will not discuss anything to do with 9/11, and anybody who questions what really happened is called a wingnut, a member of the tinfoil hat brigade, or a conspiracy theorist. But the real conspiracy is engineered by the US government, the CIA, and the United Kingdom, and other intelligence agencies. That's really the truth about the whole